Hello folks, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing. I've got pretty hammered carpets here. I've got to vacuum this up. Most reasonable people will look at that, right? Here I am at the driver's side. I've got the brake pedal, I've got the gas pedal, I've got my emergency brake pedal there. Most reasonable people are going to take a vacuum. Here's the end of my rigid nozzle, right? I'm going to take a vacuum and try to suck up about 85 to 90% of all the debris that's sitting on the surface. That's great, that's effective. But when you're working on the driver's side, and this will apply for just about every area in the car, but when you're working on the driver's side, it's a little difficult, right? Because you know you're going to get 90% of the bulk up, but then you're going to be fighting little fibers that are stuck in the carpet. You're going to fight with, sometimes I've seen little lint or something like that that just won't come off the carpet. It will drive you nuts. So typically what we'll do, we'll vacuum, right? We'll probably have to get low, get underneath the brake pedal, get underneath the gas pedal, work real slow, and kind of suck that stuff up, get up underneath the dashboard where all the carpet areas are. I want to show you a little trick I have been doing for years, folks, that makes my life a little bit easier. I'm going to set the camera down and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, bear with me, folks. So sorry it's shaky. Let me see if I get you in a good spot here. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I think so. Where are you? Let me move you up a little bit closer. Okay, so there I am, right? You guys can see what I'm doing. The carpet's still right there. Okay, I got to work on this carpet. Folks, most people that auto detail, they'll take a nozzle, they'll vacuum first, and then what they'll do is they'll take a brush sometimes and agitate the carpet to kind of break up some of the debris that's still on the carpet. I want you guys to think about doing that first. I want you to think about agitating first and then vacuuming, but I don't want you to use this tool. It's got too many bristles on it, too much. All these bristles are independent. You'll kick stuff all over the place. I'm going to show you a tool that is so cheap. I use it almost daily, but again, I am not working on very hammered cars. Here is a squeegee made for glass. I buy these things for $1. It's got a little rubber blade on it, right? If you're working on very hammered cars and you see hammered cars on a daily basis, God bless you, I love you, I know how hard you're working. You might want to invest in like a commercial grade with much more durable blades on the end of it, the rubber blades. What's really great about these ones I buy for $1, again, I'm not working on very hammered cars. This blade is made out of rubber. I am going to pull the debris forward and make it much easier for myself and get it to where I can work with it. Because now, if I just take my vacuum, I got to fight under the pedals, right? I got to maybe lay half my body on this kick plate and get under there. I'm getting older. I'm almost pushing 50. It's getting hard to do so. Watch this, folks. I will go in here and agitate and aggravate the carpet, yes. And I will pull this debris forward. Because it's made out of rubber, because the blade is made out of rubber, it will create a static electricity charge, right? Did I say that right? And it will pull pet hair, human hair. Maybe there's a hot blonde driving this truck and she's got her hair on the floor. Boy, I'd only be so lucky, right? So here I go. I pull this stuff forward, and I'll show you what this carpet will look like. No, it's not vacuuming the carpet. No, it's not going to look a little like 100%. But boy, it's going to look a lot different than when I started off. And I'll show you what I do and why I do this. Let me bring it forward here. Agitate. Bring this stuff forward. Let me bring you in and show you what the carpet looks like now. Okay. Let's take a look at that carpet. I have removed and brought forward 95% of the debris. Why do I do this? Because it makes it easier on my body. I can now just simply suck up all this area right here. I brought the debris field to me. Yes, there's some little debris right there I gotta go get, right? But guess what? I've used that rubber squeegee and it broke up most of it. Now it's sitting on the surface. Now I can take my vacuum and quickly get all that small debris, get under the pedals. It makes my carpet process so much quicker. Some guys will vacuum first, right? And then they'll take one of these brushes and they'll kick stuff all over the place. Not really all that effective. I like this process better. You guys decide. Or what they'll do is they'll vacuum and they'll take this straight line handle, a pet hair brush. You're most likely going to have to work with this sideways. That could be cumbersome depending on where you're working on in the vehicle. If you use it straight, this is the equivalent of trying to pull stuff. You know, it's like trying to dig a 6-foot hole with a spoon. It's not as effective. You got to turn it sideways, and that can become cumbersome depending on where you're working on the vehicle. When you're working on large SUVs and you put the seat down, if you've got pet hair, all sorts of stuff in the fabric, you open up the back of the SUV, you put the seats down, you got large carpet, I can take this rubber blade, bring a lot of the debris, a lot of the pet hair towards the tailgate and suck it up. Yes, I'll still have to go after light debris, but it will be much faster, much quicker, because I've already agitated it. Also too, around the kick plate, you've got this area that loves to hide all this crap, right? And you take your crevice tool, and sometimes it's hard to get all that stuff out of there, and it keeps fighting you. I just take my rubber squeegee, put it inside that kick plate area and pull that debris out, and then go in with my crevice tool. I have a much cleaner area. I'm not fighting it all the time. I get better results. Folks, I just wanted to share it with you. Again, this blade will last me a very long time. I have people on my maintenance program. Basically what I have now, when I first started off, I had a hammered car. Now I have carpets that look like my maintenance clients. After a month or maybe after a week, they've got light dust and dirt. I can take a squeegee like this for my maintenance clients, bring that debris forward, make a debris line, suck it up, and then I can just lightly go in and suck up the rest of that debris. It makes it so quick, and I can do it with a cordless vacuum. I don't even have to break out my rigid for my maintenance customers. Folks, this is so effective for me. Again, I'm not working on really hammered cars like this every day. If you are, get a T-handle. This T-handle is great, right? Much more effective. You get more controlled pull, and you'll have a straight line debris field when you get to the bottom here versus a brush. This can get underneath the gas pedals, the brake pedals. It's made out of rubber. You'll pull, you know, pet hair, human hair out of the fibers. You'll already begin to agitate it before you even vacuum. If you're a professional and you're doing very hammered cars on a daily basis, get a better one than this. I buy it for $1. It lasts me several cars. It's less than a cup of coffee, and it makes my life a little bit easier. Now I'm not fighting my body. Yes, I still got to go in there and get that debris, but it will be quickly. But if you're a professional and you're seeing a lot of hammered cars, get a nice commercial grade with replaceable blades that are much more durable. This little trick will save your body, make you much more effective. And now I got a debris field that I can get to quickly with my vacuum and not have to fight all the brake pedals, the gas pedals. Just a simple little trick. Wanted to share it with you. Love you all.